Yogi Clan, welcome back to episode number 2. Did you recognize that theme song? If you did, put it in the comments below. Takes you back. For those of us who are graybeards, takes you back a few years, doesn't it? Anyways, in today's episode number 2, we are going to be working at replacing some of the seals on the primary. Now that we've gotten the primary off, that was done in episode number 1. Today, I did not buy the shifter seal. We're going to take this shifter off just to verify it. We are also going to probably tighten up this nut to a torque specification. Probably put some red Loctite on there. We are then going to replace the seals. Everything you want to do when you're in here is, we've checked the stator. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. And put the cover back on it. Replace this O-ring here. And replace the seals on the back of the inner primary. And that's what we're going to tackle today in this video. So let's dig on in. First thing I'm going to do is I want to look at this seal here. If it looks good, we'll just put this shifter paw back on. I believe this should be in good shape because I think the last time I was in here, I did change this one out. Notice the position of it. Give it a visual inspection. Make sure that this seal is still in decent shape. Let's get the snap ring pulled. Dang it, oh son of a gun, just wants to fight it the whole way off. Oh, that hurt. Okay, with that snap ring off, pull off that washer, flashlight. I would say that looks fairly decent in there. So we're just going to leave that one as is. Lord knows, where did that snap ring land? With that put back on, go ahead and put this shifter paw back on. Let's go look at this pulley. Lock this with a screwdriver. That screwdriver in there. Lock this wheel so we can break these free. Okay, those two are off. Let's go ahead and remove this plate. There we go, plate is off. Let's get some red Loctite and some blue Loctite. With our specialty tool that we got from Amazon. Remember that is reverse thread. Okay, we're on. Tighten sprocket nut to 60 foot-pounds. Starter that spins counterclockwise. There we go. Just a hair more, maybe about 2 degrees. I think we'll have it. There we go. Looks like that's it. Now for these, blue Loctite. Okay. Yes, feel much better about that. A whole lot tighter. I'm glad we came in here and I'm glad we did that because I did not have that tool last time putting this on. And I just tell you, it was not pretty. Attempting to do this repair without that socket tool, you just can't get that tight. Trust me, you really need that tool. Yes, they sell them the Jim's tool for a little over $100, but they also have this aftermarket one on Amazon that you can get. I think I paid like $60-some for it. Much better. Worked just as well. Did a great job and cost half the price. So we got this inspected, we got that serviced, we got this visually inspected. Next thing we're going to do is just replace a couple seals on the primary. And then we'll be ready to put this inner primary back in its hole. Let's go ahead and shift some focus down to the primary. All right, Yogi Clan, we're going to take this towel and just put it over my lap. Keep me from getting dirty. There are 2 seals that we're going to be replacing. Your main shaft seal here and your seal where the starter shaft comes through. In this wonderful bag, we have 1 new seal and a second seal for the starter. These cost about the same amount getting them from Harley as they do from really anywhere else, especially a James. I would suggest just getting the Harley seals. I know they work and they cost the same amount of money, so just buy OEM for this is my suggestion. So we're gonna get a seal puller, grab this seal and pop it out. Get a paper towel, clean the hole around this seal. So we're gonna take this new seal. We're gonna see the writing at the top. We're just gonna set that down in there. I'll find a socket roughly that size that we can tap that down in there. So we're just going to gently tap it around in a circle. That's pretty much the same reveal all around. New one is seated. Cool. Now to get this one out, I'm going to try to see if I can push it through from the outside, from this side going through that way with a socket again. Got a 15 millimeter deep socket. Two. There we go. All right, Yogi Clan, let's set this in there. So, looking for a socket where this, and that one fits pretty good. That is a 7/8. Also, this little starter spacer fits pretty darn good too. We'll go with the 7/8. Actually, that's a wheel spacer. Sorry. The wheel spacer fits pretty good. All right, so we got that in there. We got it started in the hole. See how much of it we can press by hand. There's not much that needs to go down. We're just going to do this ever so gently. All right, that sounds like it's home. Looking pretty square on the back. See on the back, looks like it's seated in there pretty well. And it feels pretty flush down on the inside. So that's what it looks like when it is seated. You can feel it's pretty flush all around. And this seal here is seated below that little lip, going all the way around. Go ahead and get this cleaned off while we're here. Most of the heavy grime off. Nothing impeding their ability to work. Go ahead and put this back on. This O-ring off. That O-ring is off. Get out the new O-ring. So that just leaves us with our outer gasket, our derby cover gasket, and our primary chain inspection window gasket. Will be all that will be left to install. The new blue O-ring put on, so that O-ring is fresh. That shifter, transmission shifter seal is inspected. That one's not really that old, so I'm just going to leave that one alone. Our nut is tightened to torque. It has red Loctite on it. We have blue Loctite on, and our locking plate is in there. It is now ready for phase 3 to go ahead and put the primary back on and put our wheel back on. We are done. So that, Yogi Clan, is how you replace your seals once you get them off. Just remember, take your time, do it slow. There's no rush. Don't damage the seals. Just put them in very gently. And if for some reason you do damage it, get a new one, because trust me, you're not going to want to go through this process again. So get a new one, get some new seals, put them in there, and do it right the first time so you don't have to look back and do it again. All right, Yogi Clan, hope this video helps. Anything you need, give me a holler. Put it in the comments below. I appreciate you joining, and I'll catch you on part number 3. All right, y'all. Love you guys. Peace.